Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I checked out Matt Reeves' The Batman, starring Robert Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz. Today, I will be giving my completely honest, spoiler-free review, and if you have seen The Batman, make sure to let me know what you thought of the movie in the comments below. But now on with the review. Now, before the film came out, I said that The Dark Knight was my favourite Batman film of all time, and my favourite Batman was Ben Affleck. After watching this film, one of those opinions has changed. The Batman is now my favourite Batman film of all time. I didn't expect it to be so good. And I don't mean that I thought the trailers or the cast looked bad, but I just didn't think you could make a better Batman film set early in his journey than Christopher Nolan's. The film was just short of 3 hours long, and yet it didn't feel like it at all. There was so much story being told, and yet it didn't drag or feel dull at any moment. Robert Pattinson is an incredible Batman, and that was because of how much time we spent with him as Batman instead of Bruce Wayne, which is something we don't normally see in a Batman film. We normally focus on the duality of the character, but this film was focused much more on the Batman side. What also made it feel unique is that we didn't waste any time explaining his origin story, which kept the story fresh and unpredictable at times. This Batman isn't a rookie, but he also isn't the finished product, which is a fascinating part of his story that I love to explore. Zoe Kravitz was amazing as Catwoman. She held this aura of mystery and danger, with also this hidden past that you wanted to explore further. The score was phenomenal, but in an incredibly unique way that I really struggle to describe. It feels like it's working out the riddles alongside Batman, and really makes you feel on edge when an intense scene happens. An intelligent film like this needed an intelligent score, and Michael Giacchino created that. It was visually a beautiful film, which is very difficult to do when you're stranded in Gotham City. The camera angles used were really interesting too. At some points, we were seeing exactly what Batman was seeing, and he would also use slow movements to create that feeling of stealth in the night. My only criticisms are that I feel like the third act went on a bit too long. The first two acts really felt like an action detective film, but the third act felt ever so slightly disjointed from the rest. I feel that if they had wrapped up the ending a bit tighter, then the film would have flowed perfectly. But that's what I call a nitpick. It doesn't ruin the film, and it doesn't take away my enjoyment of it. It's just simply something that I would have personally changed to make the film flow effortlessly. I wouldn't have changed any of the cast either. There wasn't a single incorrect casting choice there. But my standout favourites were Paul Dano as Riddler and Colin Farrell as Penguin. But there wasn't a single character or performance I disliked. I love how there's still so much to explore in Matt Reeves' universe, and I really want him to continue making what he thinks is best for his universe. What I find fascinating on the studio side of this film and others is that when the directors have full control, the films are 10 times better than the ones Warner Brothers interfere with. Think about it. Suicide Squad 2016, interfered with by the studio, disliked by most. The Suicide Squad, where the director had full control, a film loved by most. Justice League 2017, interfered with by the studio, hated by everyone. Zack Snyder's Justice League, the fourth most streamed film of 2021 and loved by most. Look at The Joker, one of the most successful DC films of all time. And now, The Batman, which looks like it will be a real success too. The point is, when creatives who love and understand the stories they are trying to tell are put in charge and have no studio interference, the films are always better than the ones the studio tries to control. That is what I love about The Batman. It feels so creative and free. It doesn't feel like it's held back by anyone or anything. It tells its story, and that is why I love it. It felt like a true director's film. Matt Reeves came in, shot what he wanted to shoot, put it together, and we saw the finished product. It didn't feel like anything was forced in or anything was missing. The whole story felt like it was there, and I loved every second of it. I definitely want to see Matt Reeves involved with Batman in the future. Whether that be a sequel or a spin-off show, whatever it is, this film has convinced me that he is the right man for the job. DC should really utilise their multiverse because they have so many incredible directors who all bring something different and exciting to the table. I know that I do not want the Batman to be in a connected universe, just simply on its own telling the story of Batman and Gotham. There is no need or desire for that storyline to bring in other heroes or stories. I love the idea of a DC connected universe like the Snyderverse or the new DCEU, but I also love the idea of individual stories, like the Batman. They feel contained and precise and are able to focus more on the story they are telling rather than world building and trying to set up other characters and stories to come in. The Batman felt so unique and yet so comfortable at the same time. I knew the characters in the film, but I've never experienced a Batman film like it, and that is because of Matt Reeves. He designed this film in such a refreshing way that I just keep on thinking about it. Overall, I would give The Batman a 9 out of 10. It is easily one of the best DC films of all time for me, and definitely the best Batman film of all time for me. Make sure to let me know what you thought of The Batman in the comments below. But that is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss a video. I hope to see you here again soon. So until then, have a great day. Bye!